I feel sorry for anybody looking for a new Toyota Tacoma right now. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Robmotive. And that's right, man, I feel sorry for anybody trying to find or trying to buy a new Toyota Tacoma right now. You know, I've been out running around, looking on the web and checking out inventory and what's available and all that kind of stuff. And man, there is just hardly anything around. And then if you do find anything, it's either very, very basic, or it's maybe one higher trim level and it's got some sort of crazy market adjustment on it. You know, as much as 5 or 10 grand I have seen. It's just absurd. But if you're in the market right now and you're trying to find a new Toyota Tacoma, you know, what options do you really have? You know, you could settle, I guess, and I only say settle because if you're looking for new and you can't find one, maybe you have to settle on a used one, a late model. Now, fortunately, since the Tacomas are worth so much money, there are some used models out there on the market that are available. But the problem is, you're going to be paying new prices for them. And that, to me, just doesn't sit well. You know, when I look at the price of a used Toyota Tacoma and I see that it's equal to or higher than what the price of a new Toyota Tacoma is, that just doesn't feel right to me. I feel like I'm being slighted somehow, right? Even though the supply is low, you can't find them, it just doesn't feel right. I have a hard time paying new prices for used vehicles. So that's one option you have. You could buy used. Secondly, you could just wait it out. You know, the supply is out there. They are trickling in slowly to the dealerships. You know, in my local dealership, I think they have maybe 2 on the lot, something like that, with a few in transit. Again, all pretty basic, not a lot on them, so you kind of have to settle, I suppose, just to get a new model, if you're willing to wait a little bit or kind of hang out, you know, until they're delivered to the dealership. And the third option, which is probably the best option, if, again, you have time, is to order. Now, ordering is kind of interesting right now, especially with the Tacoma. You know, I was out on Toyota's website and I was looking at what they have available to order. And it appears that you can still order a 2021, although it looks like the selection of options that you can choose from for the 2021 and the 2022, which we'll get to in just a minute, is kind of limited. It doesn't appear that you have as broad of a range of things that you can build in or add to the truck as what you used to. Now, I say that because the truck that I'm in right now, it is a 2020 Toyota Tacoma. It's the TRD Off-Road. It is a manual transmission, and I added all kinds of things to it when I built this truck. I believe it has the tech package on it. It has the 360-degree camera, leather seats, all kinds of stuff. The radio, although it's not the JBL, the upgraded radio, but it still has the bigger screen on it than what you get with the lower models, at least when I ordered. So there is a lot of stuff on this one that I could choose from that you really, it doesn't seem like you have the option right now. So looking at which model year to order. Now, as I mentioned, it does appear that you can still order the 2021 and the 2022s are out there to order as well. Problem is, of course, the 2022s are a little bit more money. It's not like they went crazy, but they did raise the price. Now, I built just a basic SR5. I put a few things on it. Not much at all. I think maybe $500 worth, something like that. Because there weren't a lot of things that I could add to it. It didn't seem like I could choose the number of options that I did before. Now, maybe that's because I was building the lower trim level, the SR5. If I jumped up to a TRD version, perhaps there are more things that you could add. That's my guess. That's probably the case. But I think the more tech stuff you put on it, probably the longer the lead time is going to be because of the chip shortage. Now, when I built this truck, it was a 5-month lead time. I mean, that's what it took, almost to the day before I could put my hands on this truck. Now, I will say there are a couple reasons for that. Well, one big reason, and that is because I went with a manual transmission. So they only build the manual transmissions, at least when I ordered, every couple of months or so. So there's a dead period where they're not building manual transmissions. And of course, that's due to the reduced demand on them. You know, there aren't a lot of people that are buying them, so they don't put them into production ongoing like they do with the other vehicles, which makes sense. I mean, if you're building a product, you're going to want to build what most people are going to want to buy. You're not going to want to take up valuable build space, if you will, with models that people don't want or aren't as popular. So I have heard, as far as building a 2022, the lead time is somewhere in the 3-month range, something like that, which would be what, 12 weeks. So you're not going to get it quick, and if you're looking for something fast, it's probably not going to be an option for you, because you won't be able to find one, or you won't be able to build one rather, in a quick time period. So it's kind of a conundrum, I guess, if you're out there. And I'm looking right now, there is a red, it's a TRD, looks like an off-road 4x4 sitting for sale at a dealership right beside me. It's actually right over there. Let's see if I can get you a quick shot. If you can see that over there, it's a Barcelona red. It is lifted with bigger wheels and tires. I'm assuming it is used. It's probably not new. But what's interesting, that truck has been sitting over there for probably maybe a month or so. It's a small dealership, and I'm guessing they're probably asking a fortune for it because it's a good looking truck. So unless on the inside it's just trashed or it's got 1,000,000 miles on it, it's probably because of the price. So that's kind of what you have to deal with right now. You can wait, hope that maybe something comes in that's close to the spec that you want. You can buy used, which means you're going to pay pretty much new prices for a used truck. Or you can build one and hope that you get it in a timely manner, but be prepared to wait. It's going to be a while. So anyway, yeah, I really do feel sorry for anybody that's in the market right now for a new Toyota Tacoma. They are just tough to come by. Leave a comment. Let me know if you've been out, if you're in the market, you're looking, you want a new Tacoma. What have you seen out there, and what did you decide to do? I'd be curious. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Robmotive FST, all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra. And Robmotive JT, about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.